ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಟಾಟಾ.
ಸೊ ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನೀವು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿ, ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಸಪ್ರೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾಯ್ತು. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಈಗ ನೀವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂದ್ರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಥಾಟ್ ಏನಿತ್ತು?
ಒಂದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜನರಲ್
ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಫಾರ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್. ಲೈಕ್ ನೀವು ಮನೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರಿ, ಓಕೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಟ್ ಓಕೆ. ನೀವು ಲೈಕ್ 4 years ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರಲ್ವಾ, ಆಗಿಂದು ನೀವು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಆ ಮೂಮೆಂಟಿಗೆ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಆವಾಗ ನೀವು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೈಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಥಾಟ್, ಲೈಕ್ ಯಾವ ಥಾಟ್ ಇತ್ತು? ನಾನು ಮನೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅವಾಗ, ಈಗ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಈಗ ನೀವು 4 years ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮನೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಅದೊಂದು ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟಿಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೈಂಡಿಗೆ ಥಾಟ್ ಬಂತಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಥಾಟ್ ಏನಿತ್ತು?
ನನ್ನ ಲೈಫ್ನ 2 types ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೈ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಲೈಫ್,
ಓಕೆ,
with my family, friends, my world, Instagram, Facebook, photography, all that. I have one more life. I am a conscious trait personality. I'm conscious of it. So, ನನಗೆ ನನ್ನ 70% my other things are important for me. Every day I want to utilize my time to know and to knowing something. ನಾನು ಬೈಕ್ ರೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಲಿ, ವೈರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್, ದೋಸೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಲಿ, ಕುಕಿಂಗ್, ಐ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಲಿಸ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಐ ಫೀಲ್ ಕುಕಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ.
ಓಕೆ,
ಸಮಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಾಫಿ ನಾನು ಒಬ್ಬನೇ ಇದ್ದರೆ ನಾನು ಏನಾದ್ರು ಟಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಶೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸೊ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಿಸ್ 2 other lives. If it wasn't for my curiosity to know the truth, I probably wouldn't have been alive today. Really, I have in personal life there's nothing to boast about. There's nothing to really boast about anything.
Okay. Like
so, my personal life, maybe I have no plan or anything, but like this other life, that is fantastic.
Okay. So, ನೀವು ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂದಮೇಲೆ ಲೈಕ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ? ಲೈಕ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪರ್ಸ್ನಲ್ ವೇಲಿ ನೀವು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ರಿ, ಅವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಬರಲಿಲ್ವಾ?
Of course. It's very difficult. It's very difficult.
Yeah. So ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಪಾತಲ್ಲಿ, ಆ ಜರ್ನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಯುವರ್ ಓನ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್, ಯು ಆರ್ ವಾಚಿಂಗ್ ಯುವರ್ ಓನ್ ಐಸ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಲೈಕ್ ಮನೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಬರ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಅವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನು ಅನಿಸ್ತಿತ್ತು? ನಿಮ್ದು ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತಾ? ಲೈಕ್
No.
No.
See, because depression was my best friend since childhood.
Okay.
So it's like regardless I'll be depressed.
Okay.
So it's like you suppose I met you. I made some fun about you, sarcasm, After you go, I think I have hurted him unnecessarily. Maybe it wasn't important to tell that, to make fun of that certain things. I always feel that with everyone. It's like I was so used to depression that I thought this is common for everybody. Because it was that level of depression. It's amazing levels of depression. People think, okay, depression means sadness, but depression is something else. It's like happiness and sadness. Depression and blissfulness. Actually, blissfulness doesn't have an opposite. But still, there is blissfulness. Okay, this happiness, sadness in all your sea level. Okay, your blissfulness is Mount Everest, let's say. Depression is Mariana Trench, the lowest point on the earth. It's that. Depression means it's like living dead.
Okay.
Some people die and they still don't die, they become ghosts, right? Depressed people, they'll be alive, but they'll be dead inside. They're inside hollow. It's like a hollow tree.
Okay.
And depressed people are known to put on a good show that everything is going on well. It has to be presented that way, right? See, it's funny that in the human world, physical handicap, if you have a physical handicap, you'll get much respect, much help, much kindness. But mental handicaps, like mental screws, many terms. So usually people don't talk about their mental health. Neither do we teach our children how to use their mind. No, we don't teach that. How to handle your own mind. Who is sponsoring you all the time? Always someone is carrying a sword or something. No? It's your own mind. Depression is literally, your mind is against you, one part of your mind. It is like it is against you. Always, regardless of what you do. One moment it will say, it's like, yeah, this is good, what you did a good job. Good job, but you are selfish. That's why you did it. It's like immediately, whatever happens, it's against. But it doesn't mean that when we meet people, usually we'll blend in somehow. And not always the case. But around 30 to 40% when in a crowd, they'll be the most funniest people. Because they want to cover things, right? So that was I was the clown.
Okay.
Before I used to talk the most, now I talk the least.
Okay.
So I was the center of attraction wherever I go with friends, with cousins, who ask me. It's crazy.
Okay. ಓಕೆ. ನೀವು ಮತ್ತೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದ್ರಿ. ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಿಮ್ದು ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ನಿಮ್ದು ಮೈಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿಸ್ತು, ಲೈಕ್ ಏನು ಫೀಲ್ ಆಯ್ತು ನಿಮಗೆ? ಲೈಕ್ ನಾನು ಹೋಗ್ಬಾರ್ದಿತ್ತ, ಲೈಕ್ ಓ ಮೈ ಗಾಡ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಫೈನಲಿ ಹೋಮ್, ಆ ಥರ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೈಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
Yeah, it's like after I came back, I felt what I really missed. What I really miss now. What I miss to be. See, I am not against this family, time waste to mother times. No, I am not against that. If you find marriage as worthwhile, please go ahead. But to let it not be the standard of the society, right? Everybody has to get married, but let them choose. With the population we are having, we should even choose whether to have children or not. If we were tigers, we would be like, okay, do your job, but we are humans, we are already too much, right?
Okay.
So when I came back, yeah, of course, I am not against anything. I'm not, sometimes I feel I'm not like, I cannot be like 100% committed towards anybody. Neither have I made anybody absolute. Never. It's like, I accept everything. Not everything. But if the profound things come from Hinduism, if they come from Islam, I don't care where they come from. It's like many people aspire. That's why I went to Varanasi. So of course it's a Hindu destination. But I always wanted to go to Varanasi. See, that's what I'm telling you. Personal life is shit, man. But my spiritual life, going to Varanasi, exploring those places, oh my God. Spiritually, it made me a different person altogether.
ಓಕೆ. ಈಗ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಜೊತೆ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಗಿಲ್ಟಿ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? ನೀವು ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿದೆ ಮನೆಯವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರಬಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ, ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡುವಾಗ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? ಓಕೆ.
ನಾಟ್ ಆನ್ ಅ ಡೈಲಿ ಬೇಸಿಸ್.
ಓಕೆ. ಲೈಕ್ ಇವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅವತ್ತು ನೀವು ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದು ಈಗ ಏನು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ?
No, I don't feel anything about it. Again, I am telling you, the same thing will be my answer. Personal life, if I look at it my personal life, not depression other than personal life catastrophe. My spiritual life, no depression at all. There will be blissfulness many times, ecstasy many times, but there is no depression in spiritual life. This is striving, that's why I am telling you, I am conscious spirit personality. I can just turn off my personal life.
Like conscious split personality and
I know I'm a shitty person when it comes to my personal life, which is full of shit. But it is separate. When I'm thinking about a reading book or writing book, I won't be depressed. I'll be exuberant. I'll be serious maybe, but I won't be depressed. And only when I think about my personal life, oh my God. But that's what is making me alive. That's what keeping me alive actually.
Conscious split personality and like explain ಮಾಡಿ.
So it's like
first standard ಪಾಪಗೆ explain ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
See, conscious split personality means we are all are split personality technically, but we are aware of it, that we know. For example, let's say you are all alone, but you can still talk to me in your mind, right? But you know that you are just assuming that I am not actually present in the room. You know that. But if you are a split personality, if you are a schizophrenic, you want to know, you think that person is real. That is split person. That is schizophrenia. Okay. So the multi-personalities, within you only there are 2-3 characters. In that Onion movie you might have seen. Same character with different character. So conscious split personality means I know I have two roles to play.
Okay.
One is for my friends, family, society, religion, blah blah blah.
Okay.
Another is I have there's a whole existence, man. There's a whole existence to figure out. I want to know. I tried in a religious way to know the existence. Again, I'm not against any religion. Actually, yesterday I wrote a quote. It was like, see, with the spiritual people usually condemn God, not because we like to put them down, not because we feel they are saying too much about God. No, not because of that, but because you are insulting God. You are making God like an object. I'm not talking about worship here, not as a, but you are reduced, man. God is the God, and they're treating him in such a puny way. I'm not religious. I wrote something. It's like 0% religious, 95% science, 100% spiritual.
Religious and spiritual go like any difference there?
See, religion is usually there are two types. There are many, but broadly putting there are two kinds. One is the religions of the West, and another is the religions of the East. In the religions of the West, the familiar things come. Your Judaism, Christianity, Islam. They are the Western religions. Both three also carry more or less the same God. Okay, here God created the universe or the world. God created Earth. Let's say back then we did not speak in terms of the universe. We were only speaking about Earth, Sun. We have few other planets. We were thinking about our galaxy. We did not know that we were existing in a galaxy when we wrote the scriptures. So these are the religions of the West. Then there are religions of the East, in which comes Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, Sikhism mainly. Four religions. Then if you go to China, that side, there is Taoism and Confucianism. Taoism started by Lao Tzu and Confucianism is started by Confucius. As far as I know, Confucianism is the only religion still existing which wasn't started by an enlightened being. Confucius wasn't enlightened, he was a philosopher, he was a statesman. Lao Tzu was enlightened. There's a Parsi religion, you know, right? Parsi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even that guy was enlightened, Zoroaster. He was enlightened. So in the West, God is more like a boss, more like a dictator. It's like, see, it was necessary back then. When people, we were just becoming, just in the beginning of civilization, we needed something. And not many people thought for themselves. It's like everybody did not have access to God. You know? Only one leader had, usually the prophet. Somebody had a leader like that who communicated with God. Everybody people no, they never communicated with God. See, Western religions is more like, okay, everything is written, you just have to follow your way. In the religions of the East, I'm not talking about Hinduism here. Hinduism, more or less everything is acceptable. In no other religion, okay, maybe in Buddhism and Jainism, maybe. But in Hinduism, atheism is also acceptable. Atheism is also a part of Hinduism. It's like Hinduism is everything. Even atheists have place there. You can be an atheist and still be a good Hindu. Okay. In Hinduism, there are both ideologies. There are like, it is like gods of the West is also there, gods of the East also there. In Buddhism, what Buddha said was, Buddha never answered this. Someone asked, is there a God? His disciples, many of his disciples were asking him, is there a God? And he never really gave an answer. He was always silent. One day what happened, one Charvaka means this atheist part of Hinduism. So when Charvaka comes and he was like around 56-60 years of age. He comes to see Buddha. He knows there is no God. Charvakas means like how the Christian missionaries are there right now. They'll go to village and prove that there is no God. Logical. Okay? They'll logically prove to you how there is no God. They'll convince you. Many were. Even atheism, they had many followers. So this guy had lived his almost 30-40 years propagating atheism. And it's like, okay, now Buddha is here. Let's see what Buddha will say. But he cannot go publicly, right? Everybody knows that he is an atheist. So early morning he'll go at 7 o'clock. The sun is still coming up. He'll stand in the shadow. He'll ask Buddha, is there God? Buddha looks at him. He says, yes. All the disciples are shocked. We are asking since years. Buddha never answered. Now one atheist is asking, is there a God? Buddha is saying, there is a God. The rumor spread around the village like wildfire. Buddha declared that there is God. Buddha said that there is God. Oh my God, what to do? Buddha has answered, there is God. Okay, everything happened. In the evening, one more guy was there. He was from some Rama sect something. They are so devoted that they don't say anything else but Rama. If you want food, if he says Ram Rama, Rama Rama. If he says water, he says Rama Rama. He says only Ram. Ram, Jai Shri Ram, 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 Ram. Nothing else but Ram. Okay, that is his word. He is also around 50-60 years of age. Suddenly he gets it out. I'm doing all this nonsense. These other materialist people are having, looks like they are having fun. Am I missing or something? Now there is Buddha. Ask him. He'll go late, 7 o'clock in the night. All the disciples have gone home. He too comes, stands in the shadow and asks Buddha, is there a God? Buddha looks at him and says, no, there is no God. Again, Buddha said there is no God. So what is Buddha trying to tell you? It's like, it's a very funny question. Someone asked Buddha, what is the source of ignorance? Source of knowledge, okay, we know Vedas, Upanishads, blah blah. Wisdom is also okay, fine, maybe from the existence, or if you get enlightened, wisdom will come. What about ignorance? Are we born with ignorance? Is ignorance a choice that we make? Is it a power of free will to choose between, the pursuit of truth or remain ignorant? So he's asked, what is the source of ignorance? He said, why? Of course, then the next question he will ask, what is the source of this creation? You cannot think it otherwise, right? We are so Buddha said, see, if someone has hit you with an arrow, don't first try to see who hit me the arrow. You first remove the arrow, then go find it. Let's see. Who knows, once if the arrow comes out, you may not be even interested. Who knows? Now I am safe. Right? So remove the arrow first, we'll see later. So Buddha never gave importance to the existence of God. But Mahavira's case is different. Why Mahavira cannot accept that God exists is, if God exists, that makes humans his puppets, slaves. He can change the rules at any moment, last moment. He's God, then whom are you going to complain? There's a nice biblical verse from the book of Job. It says, who will listen to their complaints against God? Okay. So yeah, Mahavira's explanation was like that. Nanak's and Kabir's God is more or less same. This is the path of devotion. So again, towards the path of enlightenment, there are two paths. One is the masculine path, the path of intelligence, logic, everything has to be crystal clear. Then there is the path of devotion. Devotee looks like a crazy guy, but devotion is a quantum leap. The part of intelligence is very hard. It's like climbing the mountain. It's like we are asking why this happened, why all of the history, you have to collect data, you have to read books. I personally consider mine is like around 75 to 85% path of intelligence. 15% I am a devotee also. There are so many beautiful things in the existence.